Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me here. You didn't miss much in between last episode now. There was still a lot of me just running around in the background. We did finish lagging every time it saves. We did finish our tiny little mining outpost, I guess you can call it, out here. I built a small little storage depot, and it won't let me put a limit on bows. But I got 4 towers here, 5 buildings. However, these things are very slow, like very slow. I've been having it at 16, and they didn't really produce a whole lot of stone. Now I do get and understand that it's way out here in the edge of the map. Same thing with clay. Like we got this fully loaded. We do have the sand going as well. And I don't know what's going on, but I can't flatten this spot right here. Like, no matter what I do, it just refuses to flatten. Like, I've been doing this, and it just refuses to flatten. It just keeps like going up, and I don't know why. It won't flatten. It refuses. But we did get the sand pit going down. I just left it on the default 8 people that it puts in, and I have a pretty big problem with my crop fields. They're diseased. The stem rot here. I'm thinking about just sacrificing both of these fields, and the rest of them are fine. But what I did go ahead and do is bump up the sand. We're putting some sand in here now since we're actually collecting it, and to get the mixture for a better yield. But I've been trying to rotate the crops like crazy to get rid of these diseases in here, and they're just simply not going away. So I'm thinking about redoing every single one of my fields. It'll probably reset it, but is what it is. What else have I done while you guys were peeking? I did get the deep mine ventilation. I just did 1 point because, like I said, they're quite slow. We did get the upgrade for the furnace. I haven't started on gold, but I'm assuming I'm probably going to need that because it is quite slow. But we're still trying to put a focus on our military. We did have another army come in, 2 of them, in fact, and it was just, again, they got caught up on the walls, and the battering ram, instead of attacking the gate, was attacking the wall. He, which way? Yeah, he just came in, and I was like, oh, he's going for this gate. Let me activate these towers. Nope, he just went here for this corner. I'm like, I'm sorry, excuse me? I mean, I guess, right? You don't have to batter down the gate, but I was just like, you're doing what now? Come again? We're trying not to expand too much. Actually, the whole reason why I started this before I screw anything up is to boom, do that. We're gonna get this going and prioritize it. Max 8 builders before I end up using any amount of bricks or other material. What is our brick production? 500? Let's increase that. We'll go 600. We are going to upgrade our blacksmith as well. I just want to be careful with doing this. I want to get the town center tier 4 before I do anything. I'm also curious if I shouldn't have another wagging shop. I've been watching it, and this person waits for a task. And I took away the storage depot that was down here because I realized, I'm like, you know what? They're going to start storing materials over here rather than, or the stockyard, whatever you want to call it. So I was like, they'll take the material from here and put it in here. However, I was afraid that they would take materials from inside our town and then bring them down here if it was full. And then they would have to come all the way out here to grab the resources and run all the way back to build with it. I actually deleted it. So the wagons are going to go directly to the mines themselves. Actually, can we see? He just picked up from there. You have 79 clay. Maybe I'll have them carry a bit more. Yeah, because you still have a little bit left over in storage. And since we do have a point, why don't I do that now? Wagons. Yes, carry more. Speed for wagons. That could come in handy. We'll do that. What are we kind of looking at for our next point? Probably don't need that right now. Don't care about that. Not sure I care about that. Uh, Resistance to heat and drought. I've been having a lot of droughts, but not an issue. Sorry, I keep yawning now. It was just fine. I turned on the recording and now I'm just like, All right, unlock policy convenience tax. Markets generate 30% additional taxes, but town happiness is reduced by 10. We're okay with that. 10% merchant sell prices. Yeah. Guilds? What is that? Technology requires the following prerequisites. Bookbinding. I don't know what bookbinding does. Printing press. Coal stoves, eh? We do have the unlimited thing. Probably could do it, right? Reduce chance and spread of smallpox. We're not really having an issue with our overall health of our settlement. Could do more research points. Risk of fires. Yeah, we do have a lot of fires. Border policies. Immigration. I don't need immigration. I'm actually trying to slow it down. Ooh, desirability for parks and shrines. That's actually useful. Reduce brick cost for buildings. That could come in handy. I guess we don't need the wells. We could do construction speed. That'll help. All right, so maybe we'll do construction speed and civic inspections. We have been having a lot of fires. They haven't really been a problem. But I do want the beautification. That'll probably help. Prohibition. Unlock policies. Villagers are 50% less likely to get drunk. They're very drunk. Crossbows. We haven't really done anything with that yet. 8% melee weapon damage. Armor. Oh, hell yeah. We'll actually take that before anything else. But we're just gonna wait here on tier 4 upgrades. Alright, tier 4 achieved. What do we need for tier there is no tier 5. Okay. So we're near endgame then, are we? There's no housing thing. We can pickle stuff, eh? So what do we have for tier 4? That's just the deep mining stuff. What's this? Stable? How do you get that? Found in amenities and services. Trading post. Cavalry. Tech tree. Glassmaker. Okay, I suppose we can look into the glassmaker. We got sand. Book bindings. Yeah, we can work on that. So we're basically almost done then. I thought there was a lot more. Tier 3 is just what? Stone. What do we got for tier 4 decorations? Rosebush? That could be nice. Rose garden. How big is that? Oh, it's just, that's not big at all. Gazebo Plaza. I mean, we're made it into tier 4, but what's the point of upgrading into tier 4? Large house. What do we need? 80 desirability. Glassware. Income. Increased durability. Large, larger happiness bonus. Additional housing capacity. I mean, we hit tier 4, but rather than just producing this stuff for the sake of producing this stuff, I don't see much of a point in putting a bunch of people up to tier 4. I thought this would have been a lot more. I thought there would have been, I would have, which means I guess I can use more space when building a settlement. Okay, so then if we need glassware, actually we need the book bindings, but I do want to focus on our military. Even though we're doing this pretty easily, I don't want to get too settled in here. What is this? A foundry. I mean, that should be filled. I don't know why it's not. Alright, so we're down on bricks. I did want to upgrade the blacksmith. Okay, so what are we missing? Stables. We need to unlock the stables. We need to unlock glassmaker. So we just need points and bookbindings. Paper mill. And then I guess desirability. But the problem is desirability is going to be down. Like, not even these guys are able to upgrade, and I thought them being in the middle here would have been fine. But I guess not. I gotta figure out how to get the desirability higher. Maybe we'll just upgrade all of these. Even if it's a waste, that's fine. We got plenty of gold. Easy to get. We just don't have the bricks. Bricks is gonna be our problem. Wait, did we get any new services? We did. A library. I'm just gonna put that right here then. Trying to keep all the desirability items essential to the market. What else we got? Crypt. Ooh. Why not? Let's put it directly in our cemetery. I mean, it makes sense, right? That'll work. What else we got? Apothecary. I do want to unlock that. We do need medicine. Guild Hall manages the industries and services within the settlement consuming paper. Okay, what's this? A monument. Beacon of Culture. Military monument. So I guess we'll just have to try and build the monuments and then we call it done. But I feel like that's going to be a lot of off-screen stuff while I wait for it. Because I need to wait for research. I can upgrade this building. Oh, I need 50 glassware. Okay. It looks like glass potentially is our next go-to, right? Large house. Well, the problem is I don't think I can pull the desirability out of these areas. Doesn't meet the requirements because we need bricks. We also need clay. I guess what I could do is build another brick factory. Resources. I really don't need any more people. Like, what am I looking at? 83 laborers? Yeah, I really don't need more people. Um, I suppose I could always just continuously expand. There's no reason not to. What is this? Crop loss to heat stress? Yeah, turnips don't have it. I really only have this because this was here. For diseased stuff. That's fine if I'm gonna lose that. These bees also don't really seem... I only got an 82% bonus. I feel like I had more outside rather than being in the middle there. We're still waiting on our knowledge point. What else can we do in tier 4? Basically stuck. I just need to wait on research points. Yeah, these are all the mine. We have one of every building placed down. I got rid of the charcoal kiln. Don't need that. Those are the regular mines. A whole bunch of children just grew up. Nothing in defenses. None of this stuff gives desirability. Unfortunate. Thought this might give some desirability. Being a hedge. And then this is just decorations. Alright, well I didn't expect that. Otherwise I wouldn't have started the episode. I don't actually know what to do here. Other than sit there and pause it until I get a bunch of points. I kind of don't want to do that though. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one super extra short. And I want you guys to tell me what you want me to do. Do you want me to play until I build all the monuments and call the series done? Or should we just get... I guess... Yeah, there's a tier 5. Maybe I'm missing something. Once I boost them into tier 4. Or there is no more town center upgrades, but I guess then boosting into tier 5? I'm not sure what that changes. But yeah, you guys let me know what you want me to do. Do you want me to keep expanding the settlement? Or do you just want me to keep what I have and finish out? And then we can kind of wrap this series up. Because I'm not exactly sure what else to do other than to keep expanding. But however, the bandit attacks, as I've showed you guys, are kind of, I don't know, bugged out, so to speak. They just kind of get stuck on the wall and spaz out here. So even though I'm vastly outnumbered, I just 12 infantrymen is enough to get rid of 60 plus raiders. So yeah, I need to try and figure out what to do here. So I'll thank you guys all for watching, and I'm very interested on your feedback for the continuation of this. Let me know down in the comments down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this series. Crypt was finally just finished. Ooh, 2,000 capacity. I kind of wish you could get rid of the graveyard, but I guess it makes sense. Yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next episode.